Well, just like that, Herd's going to the big dance for the first time in 31 years.
You can feel that excitement. This is a look at that watch party that happened at the Cam Henderson Center yesterday during Selection Sunday, as of course, yes, the men's basketball team learned their fate. And here to talk about Marshall and also WVU's trip to the NCAA tournament is our very own sports director, Keith Morehouse.
Yeah, Keith, thanks for stopping by. And we have our little bracket that we set up here. See, who says that? I'm the artist in residence, I guess, because we have WVU up here and we have Marshall here against Wichita State,
both here.
Murray State, Wichita State, and Keith's here to explain it all and what happens, what could easily, with a couple victories here, what could easily lead to an unbelievable matchup for West Virginia.
One thing coaches don't like to do is to look ahead. So
one game at a time.
Yes, Bob Huggins and Dan D'Antoni about who they play next.
Oh, they won't say a word.
But it is a collision course. Should Marshall, of course, upset their opponent, that'd be Wichita State, and former Marshall assistant coach Greg Marshall is the head coach. And then West Virginia take care of Murray State. They would collide on Sunday in San Diego. So nobody's, I mean, like fans are talking about that, but like I said, the coaches aren't worried about that right now. They're worried about he wants to take care of Murray State, Coach Huggins, the Racers out of the OVC, and of course Marshall taking care. If they can take care of Wichita State, it'd be a huge upset. Wichita's they've got a great program going out there, and so things have to happen before that happens.
They're riding a high, and I think momentum is a big thing. And Erica talked about how she was just blown away by the city of Huntington's response.
It was incredible just to see that last moment of the game.
It really was. It just the whole city just became. It was like a championship had been won, and in fact it had.
Well, when it takes 31 years. You know, before you see that enthusiasm again. And people, you know, Marshall was coming along. Coach Dan D'Antoni has certainly built the program, but a lot of people said next year's their year, right? So they may be peaking, not peaking, but maybe they've gotten here a year early, and that's why everybody was so excited, because I didn't know that, you know, beating Western Kentucky was going to be a difficult task, and they went down and beat them 67-66, and the party ensued.
We're going to take a look at some of the highlights right now. This is what happened in Frisco, Texas, outside Dallas.
Yeah, Coach Mike D'Antoni, of course, of the Houston Rockets. That's Dan's brother. He was on hand, and Dean Penova there, the big fella, had a great first half, and then John Elmore just lit it up in the second half. That's a great pass to Jansen Williams, a freshman who played really well. Elmore shot, he didn't shoot well in the first half. Second half, he was unconscious. I mean, he was 6 of 7 from three-point land, had 27 points, and he hit the big three-pointer from nearly midcourt that got Marshall out to a 67-55 lead. And then Western Kentucky scored the next 11 points.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a little bit of catch-up.
Secured the rebound, and then you see the celebration. You know, those celebrations around the country never get old, because those kids,
they don't.
They play so hard, they practice so hard, and look at the dog pile. I mean, they're just enjoying things for sure.
It was much different than when you see a team win at the end, like Western Kentucky had the chance to do it, and twice they missed that shot at the end. You know, with Marshall fans, and I'm sure every player that was on the bench and chewing their fingernails down to nothing.
I was talking to Coach D'Antoni yesterday. I said, I was wondering about maybe if you're going to call a timeout when Western was making that run. He said, if I'd have called that timeout, Jansen Williams wouldn't have had the timeout he called when he got the rebound. So it made a little sense. That's why he's a coach and we're
was
not.
The difference maker, because that doesn't go to a jump ball. So, Keith, it was so exciting, and it was something that I think that Marshall fans were so excited about. But as they look ahead, Wichita State's tough, but then they also have to look ahead to possibly playing West Virginia, and that's the way we lined it up on this bracket with question marks, because neither team has advanced beyond the first round yet. But what an incredible matchup that would be, Marshall versus West Virginia.
The big shame of it is that it's 2,000 miles away in San Diego. It would be great if it was more geographically friendly to the fans. But, you know, Murray State's a good team. They've had NCAA success before. Come out of the OVC conference, and Coach Bob Huggins, you know, his team will have their full attention. And that's what's great about the NCAA. You play a game, and then you get right to the next one if you win. And then you got it. They're already scouting everybody. You're going to scout everybody down the line. But right now, their immediate attention is to the Racers out of the OVC.
Yeah, two of the great names, Shockers and Racers, playing against the Herd in the year. So it should be a lot of fun, and as March Madness always is. So it's just wonderful.
Yeah, we'll be out there to cover it, and we'll bring it all to you. The Herd and the Mountaineers trying to move on.
That's right. Keith and Jimmy will be back with suntans. If they have if they'd have a chance. The only tan's coming from the lights inside.
That's
for sure. Thanks, Keith.
Thanks.
All right, coming